Thank you, Madrigal's outstanding job. As the seniors take their seats, I would like to recognize and thank the senior class sponsors, Mrs. Rebecca Kowalski, Mrs. Lindsay Sutton, and Ms. Stacy Masura, for all their hard work with the seniors this year. Thank you. Also, I'd like to thank Eric Hokinson for the sound that he does and putting this all together so you can hear us. Now to give her speech to graduates, valedictorian Miranda Reichhardt.
Just kidding, I've always wanted to do that. Good morning, fellow graduates, administration, teachers, family, relatives, and friends. Welcome. It's an honor to be the valedictorian for this great class of 2011. For the record, I will probably be spending the remainder of my years at work shoveling monkey poop off of the concrete floors of an ape enclosure, so nobody be too impressed. I want to study monkeys. This image of myself elbow deep in primate poop has always given me a laugh whenever I'm elbow deep in a pile of books, studying for that next biology exam. Throughout my high school career, it has been extremely important to remind myself that no matter how awful or despairing the current situation is, there is some way to twist it into being morbidly humorous. This way of handling hardships has become even more important as life gets more difficult, and this is a lesson that I would like to share. When I look back at high school, I remember all the sadness, all the frustration, all the homework, and all the helplessness that comes with being a pubescent and angst-ridden teenager. I spent my first 2 years of high school sulking, enveloped in self-loathing and misery. Not only were my serotonin levels low, but my workload was high and the stress of being a growing person weighed on me. But then I realized that to make the best of high school, I had to laugh my way out of whatever was bringing me down. I began to find humor in everything I had reviled before. That made life easier, and that made high school more fun. I learned that I could get through tough times by opening myself to the little things in life that make it worth it. In junior year, academics became much more laborious, but I found that I could handle the intense workload and the increased stresses because I made a point to look for ways to laugh, and I inadvertently came out of a low mood. In fact, some of the best times I can remember were lying on the floor of the IB room with my fellow International Baccalaureate students in a pile of exhaustion and bursting into hysterical fits of giggles. We were all burnt out from schoolwork, but I think we all really enjoyed laughing about it. When I look back on art class, I picture all the ways I would get Mrs. Sigler's goat, whether it be by making small, dusty footprints on her neat black pants, or by pulling down all the mirrors in the room and creating a mirror maze on her desk. I loved art class, and thinking about how rich the classroom was in humor and laughter made 6 workbook pages and an outside project a little more bearable. I remember Mr. Hoover's class, and anyone who has had Mr. Hoover knows how fun and lively he makes the atmosphere of the classroom. The laughter made the learning fun, and guess who wants to major in psychology now? I think of sitting in the IB room and joking with Mr. Fiducia about Paul McCartney's ex-wife, or making a funny drawing for him to set as his desktop background. The joking and the wisecracks never got in the way of my work, but instead helped me push through it. The laughing made things lighter and looser. The laughter made things manageable, and this is the philosophy that I want to maintain in life. Humor also created an air of camaraderie between both the students and teachers that otherwise would not have flourished. Think about life. Aside from our basic emotions like love and sadness, few things connect every human being on the planet like laughing does. So for most people, laughing is universal and laughing connects us all. It also helps us not to take everything so seriously. We're not that cool, and we're itty-bitty when you look at life holistically through all its timelessness. That being said, we are special to those who are close to us, and there's always something to laugh about and someone to laugh with. Here's what I've learned, and here's my advice to all of you. In times of hardship, find humor in the little things, share a laugh with someone else, and spark a connection. Even in your darkest hours, remember that you are not alone, and that life is rich in laughter. You just have to look for it. The next phase of our lives bears new responsibilities and new hurdles, but no matter what life throws at us, we'll just have to keep a smile on our face and laughter on our lips. And of course, don't take what I've said too seriously. This is coming from the monkey poop girl.